Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Smith in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Barkley inside handoff, and Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Addison will go in motion left. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got him that 7-0 lead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, as they've got it as we resume action. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This pass hauled in by Dotson. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
first play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 61 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A handoff to Barkley. Fights him off. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Out left to Dotson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone sets the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Darnold now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of...
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 33 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Hurts will throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot.